Hey YouTube, what's up? And JT Sauce came here to bring you guys my review for The Flash. So jumping right into this. I'm not even going to go over the episode too much. I really just want to talk about the ending. But I did say I'm not going to go over it too much, so that means I'm going to go over it a little bit. So basically what this episode was about was trying to catch Zoom. The episode was called Enter Zoom. So basically, they captured Dr. Light, but she ended up using her light power to turn invisible and make Cisco think she escaped, and then she actually escaped. So now she's naked somewhere running away. So they used the actual Linda Park from their universe to dress her up in Dr. Light's clothing, so that way she could then lure Zoom in. Zoom was supposed to actually be able to. Zoom was actually supposed to come back after she took the Flash's emblem and threw it into one of the wormholes connecting Earth 2 and Earth 1. They did that and it didn't work. Linda Park and Iris ended up going back to work, and just as Linda Park was leaving, Zoom appeared and captured her. And that's when they found out that Zoom appeared. Iris called Cisco. Cisco called Barry. Iris called Cisco. Cisco called Barry, and Barry got there, put on his suit. When they found out he was on the ceiling, not on the ceiling, on the roof of Star Labs, he ended up actually running up there, and Zoom actually dropped Linda Park. But before he dropped Linda Park, he said one of my favorite line from the series, not from the series, from the episode. He said, "You like the fish with bait? Well, so do I." And just the way he said it, his voice is very menacing and kind of haunting and creepy. So he dropped Linda. Barry catches her. She runs off. Zoom versus Barry. Now this, they always follow a similar trope where Barry has a premature fight with the villain, and he can't beat the villain at this moment in time. So what usually ends up happening, he gets beat up, something saves him, and then he has to get stronger so that way he can fight the villain at the end of the series. Now, last season, it was more of an even match. This season, I don't know what Barry thought he was doing, but Jay Garrick was completely and utterly right. He was not ready to fight him. He was not ready to fight Zoom at all. Zoom beat the crap out of him, and I like how Barry tried to use what he had learned. He threw lightning at him, and Zoom caught the lightning and shot it back at him, which I don't know if that hurt. Probably did, probably didn't. I don't know. But either way, Barry decided to do a smart move, which was run up the building and have both of them free fall in the air, equaling the same velocity, so that way they can then fight on equal terms. Didn't work because Barry doesn't know how to fight for shit, and Zoom does. So Zoom beat his ass in midair and then stabbed him, and then paraded around the city with his almost lifeless corpse. Like, he's literally knocked out. And he was just saying, "This is look at your hero. This is not your god. This is not a god. The time of the Flash is over." And it was a very interesting and horrific sight. And I couldn't believe it. Like this, it was this episode that really let me know that Zoom, yeah, Zoom is definitely worse than the Reverse Flash. If they thought the Reverse Flash was bad, Zoom is something else. Zoom is something completely different. I don't know how Jay Garrick dealt with this, and I can understand why he was sad. Zoom is a monster. I have a theory that it's definitely future Barry, just because he mentioned his future self in I believe it was either this episode or the episode before. But I think it's gonna be Barry of the future. But that's basically my review. This is a really good episode. It was my favorite episode so far. Another episode comes out tonight, so I put up this one today so that way I didn't have to do a double review. That way I could really focus on talking about the battle between Barry and Zoom. Also, I'll put a link down in the description below for the battle. Alright? Thank you guys for watching. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode, and specifically the battle between Barry and Zoom. And subscribe to my channel for more Flash content, alright? Peace.